Let's see. Because these are all like fucking COVID news, and I don't think people want just COVID news, right? No?
They might.
I think people are a little tired of the COVID news.
Okay, so YouTube, Facebook, and Blog Talk are live.
All right. Kurt Loder turned 75 today.
Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah. Wait a second. So how fucking old was he when I thought that he was a leading journalist and I should be, when I was like, what, like 6, 7 years old?
Yeah.
Wait a second. So 75 today in 2020.
Somebody said.
So that's 5s and 0s. That's easy.
Yes. Let me see. Hang on.
He was fucking 45 in 1990.
Somebody said. Where was he? Oh shit! I can't find the tweet right now.
No.
Oh.
Damn. So,
but it was about how old he was when he reported that Biggie died.
And that probably hurt his feelings even more because, like, when you're old motherfucker, you don't want to see no damn 24 and 25-year-olds dying.
Yep. Let me see if I can find
that. Might prompt a fucking rant.
Kurt Loder was 53 when he announced that Biggie died.
That's a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, there's rappers from that time that ain't 53 now.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I don't think Snoop's 53 yet. I think them niggas is only like 2020. Them niggas is like 47, 48 years old. Snoop, Corrupt, and all them, Brother Lynch and them niggas. Trey D's a little older. Trey D's, he was already in his 30s when they did 21 Jump Street.
Yeah. So, Kurt Loder, happy birthday to him.
Okay, all right, naked white man time.
I guess Nicolas Cage is gonna play Joe Exotic in Tiger King.
Wait, this is going beyond just being a fucking meme?
About Nicolas Cage or Tiger King in general?
Tiger King.
Well, it was a show on Netflix, but now they're making like another show about it on Netflix, and I guess
it's gonna be a scripted show?
Yes. But Nick Cage is going to be Joe Exotic.
And what are directors or casting agents? What are they thinking when they're like, this is Nicolas Cage all day? Like, nothing. You cannot describe a fictional character to me, its mannerisms and whatnot. And I would.
Joe Exotic is a real person, I think.
That's right. Yeah. But anything he does.
Yeah.
And I've watched his stuff and I didn't hate it. I watched a film called Matchstick Men and I was like, yeah, that's a decent film, but I don't get, like, who was hiring him and why?
I mean,
it's like a tall Keanu Reeves. Is that his thing?
I don't know. Chris Brown dropped a mixtape.
Chris Brown can get dropped like a mixtape. Ooh, witty.
Elon Musk and his girlfriend had a baby, and they named it some weird airplane shit.
Wait, who? What?
Elon Musk.
Wait, he's allowed to breed?
He's already bred.
Oh, man.
He was married before and had like 4 kids with her or something.
Let's see. For Mohana the Dancer posted up in the joint, Snoop was born in 1971 and is 48 years elder.
Damn.
Yeah. Yep, 187 on an undercover cop. All right.
Yes.
So, yes, ma'am. So,
can we talk about naked white men now?
Yes, I'm sure everyone that needs to be tuned in to hear this important update.
So, okay, there you go. All right, let me just make sure.
Oh.
All right, yeah, everybody's got it. Okay.
Damn, the folks in the chat space are fast. By the time I Googled it, they had a whole conversation about Snoop's age.
See, that's what happens. Yeah. So, a naked white man.
Yes.
In what is it? Tennessee, right? Yes, Tennessee.
But he's from Florida?
No, this is a different man.
Oh, fine, whatever. It's just just throw a dart below the Dixon line and pick out a naked white man.
I mean, basically. The Florida guy was the one spraying fake coronavirus on stuff and telling people they had it now. That
Jesus
was Florida.
Fucking Christ.
Yeah, with the broken tattoo across his forehead. I don't know. All right.
Oh shit, Broken Carpenter found us on the YouTube. Howdy do, Broken
Hey.
Carpenter from the Twitter. Broken Carpenter's injured carpenter.
Yes.
Like a real deal, like Bernie Sanders.
I know. We communicate on Twitter.
I knew that.
All right. So Kingsport, Tennessee. An unclothed man was arrested in Kingsport following an incident.
It doesn't make it classier to call him unclothed. It just all he has is a snifter. That's all he's got.
God.
Just a snifter and some moose.
Oh, no. All right. So he was arrested following an incident involving him hitting a Kingsport Police Department cruiser.
What? Because they knocked the cufflinks off his earlobes?
Yes.
He was just that fly?
Yes.
He would be.
According to a report from KPD, officers responded to the Maple Oaks apartments on Monday afternoon when a naked white man, quote, jumped out from the shadows. And
why from the shadows? Is that where they are now? You know, I like my naked white men out in the open. I don't like.
You don't like him in the shadows?
Yeah, I don't like this new shadow boxer thing.
He jumped out from the shadows and then started beating on the police cruiser while yelling.
Well, I'm saying that police cruiser knew what kind of neighborhood it was in.
It did.
If you're a police cruiser, you've seen naked white men before, you know.
You have.
And it has headlights. Why you didn't see him in the shadows?
The report says the man, later identified as Samuel Bellamy, that's a very distinguished sounding name for a naked white man in the shadows.
The only other way I know that name is comedian Bill Bellamy.
Okay.
So this was supposed to be a goofy story. It was the goddess of irony put it in the stars.
Okay. So Samuel Bellamy then ran back toward the apartments and began climbing trees.
What? Oh shit, we have another fucking... Is this another action movie? Another white on white?
I don't think we're going to be able to top that one.
Hold on, climbing trees though.
Yes.
You realize that's plural.
Yes. But also while naked, which you think would maybe hurt a little, like if you scrape your skin or something else.
Maybe he's done this before.
Oh God.
You see? You need a naked white man of experience.
You need a naked white man.
Yeah, one that's been around the tree a few times.
More officers arrived.
He's hitting multiple trees. Multiple trees.
And Bellamy then allegedly ran away on foot towards an adjacent parking lot.
With no shoes on.
No shoes on.
God damn. The fuck, yo. White men be having some leather ass fucking... Like, is that why they buy trucks? Like, they're ripping the wheels off and putting them on their... I don't know.
Who knows what they're doing?
Too many naked white men be getting away from the cops.
More officers arrived. Okay, Bellamy allegedly refused to follow commands from officers and was then tased. Don't tase me, bro.
Okay, and he stopped there.
He was then placed in handcuffs.
They got him. Like George Bush.
According to the reports. He was transported to Holston Valley Medical Center before being transported to Kingsport County Jail. Bellamy is charged with disorderly conduct, indecent exposure, public intoxication, and resisting arrest.
You know, I think that it is a government conspiracy against the white man to make public intoxication illegal.
Really?
I'm telling you, that's how you got mass incarceration of the white man.
Are you sure?
You make public drunkenness legal and you're going to have a lot less white arrests. Especially when they're driving a Power Wheels down the street, but they can't get a ticket because it's not a real car.
God, I remember that one. We have covered some fucking white on white crime stories.
That's some beautiful stuff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I you know what? I like it now because apparently that person who Green Beasley, which looks like a familiar name, they really were mad at us. Like they
Oh.
logged in and logged out several times. And like, so now this actually is a funny, reasonable critique.
Huh.
And I want to screenshot it before I close that screen because it's a rant that ends with him being mad at us for reading jokes.
Well, it wasn't a joke. We made it into a joke.
Yeah.
You know.
All right.
Yeah. But I mean,
That's
Florida
the
man's
labor,
funny.
Beasley.
No, you're just sitting on your ass. Wait, what the fuck did they even say?
Oh, you
Which
want
is-
to run through it?
Yeah.
All right. Here's Green Beasley tuned into the wine cellar and said, "We're in trouble. The population of this country is 327 million. 76 million are retired. That leaves 251 million to do the work. There are 48 million people who are permanently disabled, which leaves 203 million to do the work. There are 74 million children younger than 6, which leaves 129 million to do the work.
This nigga suggested 7-year-olds should get jobs?
Independent contractors. You know, you can be your own boss."
Oh, God.
Hey, you think it's snack time? It's fucking snack time. You're your own boss.
Uh-huh.
There are 95.2 million children and young adults in school, which leaves 33.8 million to do the work. At any given time, there are roughly 4 million people on vacation, which leaves 29.8 million to do the work. Of this, there are 15 million employed by the federal government, not including the military, leaving 14.8 million to do the work. 2.8 million are in the armed forces preoccupied with North Korea and the Middle East, which leaves 12 million to do the work. Take from that the total of the 10.8 million people who work for state and city governments. At any given time, there are 188,000 people in hospitals, leaving 1,012,000 to do the work. Now there are 1,011,000 people in prisons. That leaves just 2 people to do the work, you and me. And there you are, sitting on your ass at your computer, reading jokes. Nice. Real nice.
What the fuck? I don't even understand that rant. Like, are we saying people in prison don't work?
They're saying that there's literally no one to work. There are no workers, damn it.
We all have jobs. What the fuck are you talking about?
Here's the shitty part, though. I'm actually in the people that's currently on vacation. So there's really no one but you, Beasley. It's just you. Because I'm sitting on my ass reading jokes. Like the one you typed.
A Florida man has been arrested.
Broken Carpenter said meth is a hell of a drug. Everything's coming together.
All right. A Florida man has been arrested after attempting to stay his quarantine on a shuttered Disney World island.
Oh, that's all right. Let him see what the fuck. But there's got to be like cotton candy and shit there or something. Elephant ears, whatever they're doing.
There's nothing there.
Scones.
There's nothing there. It's
A
closed.
Cinnabon.
No.
Maybe a cop. You can pee on his leg. It's it's Disney.
Freedom. It's America. Orange County Sheriff's deputies found Richard McGuire on Disney's Discovery Island Thursday. He said he'd been there since Monday or Tuesday and was planning to camp there for a week. Okay.
Yeah.
No.
This is harmless. This is an all right white. This one's not even naked, right?
I don't know. I haven't finished the story.
Okay, well, so far.
Anything can happen.
I think with white men, like being clothed for the first paragraph, that's an accomplishment.
The 42-year-old said he didn't hear numerous deputies searching the private island for him on foot, boat, and air because he was sleeping in a building. He told the deputy he didn't know it was a restricted area, despite there being numerous no trespassing signs. Richard stated that he was unaware of that and it looked like a tropical paradise, according to the police report. Orange County Marine deputies on Bay Lake used a public address system to tell McGuire he was not allowed to be on the property, but he remained on the island anyway, according to the arrest report. A security representative for Disney said he saw McGuire using a company boat Thursday, noting that the area had several no trespassing signs and 2 closed gates. She has asked the agency to press charges.
And no, they're deliberately trying to confuse him. This is a conspiracy against the white man.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Because what are the signs? The signs say no trespassing.
Yes.
So like they're basically telling him like, oh, there's no one trespassing here right now. So he's like, oh, I'll fill the void.
What?
So like maybe they should make the signs more clear and say we do not allow trespassing instead of just telling them that there isn't any trespassing currently
That
happening.
doesn't even make sense.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Everything. Is it a white man in Florida? Makes sense. Remember, he got out of jail, stole a car, and drove the car directly into the jail. That's a real story we covered. That's right. You saying that doesn't every time you do that, there is wine cellar history.
Cape Coral, Florida.
Mohana the dancer said he jealous he want to be reading jokes. Fuck yeah.
I mean, who doesn't? Cape Coral, Florida. Police have arrested a Fort Myers man after he jumped into a canal after fleeing from a traffic stop.
Wait, whoa. You know what? They come at you fast because you think you can handle it when you heard canal. And then it's like, wait, no. So let's do it again. What happened?
They arrested a Fort Myers man after he jumped into a canal after fleeing from a traffic stop.
What? Why'd they stop him?
Let's find out.
I don't want to find out. I'm gonna find out.
It's your job, Mr. Joke Man.
You read your own goddamn jokes.
Just before 1 a.m. Tuesday. Woo! All right, 1 a.m. on a Tuesday. That's good.
What? That's when you want to be out. When it's quarantine time, unsupervised men.
No. So just before 1 a.m. Tuesday, Sean Gilligan.
Yeah. All right.
He ran a stop sign. An officer tried to pull him over, but then Gilligan tried speeding away, according to police. Gilligan made a turn onto a dead-end road, stopped at a driveway on the 1100 block of 6th Avenue, and then ran out of his Jeep and jumped into a canal.
Okay, so you said Jeep. This is something that trips me out. Because it's a Jeep, right?
Yeah.
It didn't say like fucking Corvette Jeep with the fucking massive mega rumble engine. Just Jeep.
Yeah.
What makes people just think, oh, that cop car right behind me? I bet I could outrun them. You know what the fuck kind of shit they got under those goddamn hoods? Fucking cop cars are fast as shit.
What'd you say a minute ago?
Why?
It's a white man in Florida.
It's a white man in Florida. It is.
Gilligan was taken into custody and arrested on the other side of the canal where officers were waiting.
Oh, God. Wow, what if it would have been like the beginning of chapter 2 of It and Pennywise would have jumped out on that? Oh, man, that was a rough scene.
Investigators could smell a strong odor of alcohol in his breath. Gilligan was transported to a local hospital because he was unresponsive and then complained of injuries. How the fuck do you be unresponsive and talking?
So this nigga was drunk, jumped out of a car after thinking his Jeep could outrun a goddamn cop car.
Yes.
Then essentially went for a swim in moving water.
Yes.
Got to the other side. Breath still stank. If I had done all that shit, I would have vomited up everything that could possibly smell. And all you smell of my breath is a hot dog from a birthday party in the 90s. But they could still smell his shit. But he still woke up complaining about what?
Complained of injuries.
Just injuries, and I like that it's just general injuries.
But I like the way that they said that he was transported to a hospital because he was unresponsive and then complained of injuries. How do you be unresponsive and complaining at the same time?
Maybe that's what mumble rap is. That's because I don't know if the niggas have a pulse, but their mouths are moving and sound is coming out.
Wow. So he's just a failed mumble rapper.
Maybe that's what being a white man is these days. Like, if you're a white man that's finally starting to realize that you don't have the class privilege to be the guy that white supremacy said you could be, you just kind of walk around mumble rapping. Just great again. That's we got a generation of fucking mumble rappers of white men.
Oh God.
Just running around, just manosphere, black pilled inside.
Gilligan is facing several criminal charges, including fleeing and eluding, driving with a suspended license, and resisting an officer.
Fleeing and eluding?
Yes.
I think eluding's just some extra bullshit legal word to put another year on that ass.
Probably.
Eluding. Isn't that what you're doing when you're fleeing?
Yes.
The fuck out of here. I don't like your justice system, white people. I don't like it. I don't like how it's set up, and I don't like how it's used at fleeing and eluding.
Orlando.
Ah, shit. All right.
I think you know something about Orlando, I think.
I lived there for 12 fucking years, and when I hear these stories, I'm just like, yeah, it probably would. Yeah, it was probably on Colonial Drive. Like, I've passed by these people that are these stories. Like, you know how often, like, if you live in Orlando, it reaches a point, probably within like the first 3 or 4 years, that it's actually kind of weird if there isn't a car crash.
Ooh.
Because it's just so damn normal. You're just like, well, the roads are really moving. Nobody crashed yet. Well, don't worry, there's plenty of men. All right. Orlando.
A man was arrested after exposing himself.
God damn it. Cis identity extremist.
Yes, to an employee while going through a fast food chain's drive-thru on Friday. By the way, the fast food chain was McDonald's.
So now you got to wonder, like, so is this guy's internet down and he can't just send the picture anymore? So he's like, he basically has to do fucking drive-by flashings? And it's fast food? Is it a fast flash? Is it flash food?
Really?
The flash food industry? Oh, shit. Naked white men are starting the flash food industry, and I'm buying stock.
Officers received a complaint regarding a man who went through the McDonald's drive-thru on... Wait, I think you've actually said the street name. Samorin?
Yeah, Samorin. Notice how you naturally said Samorin? But if you go down there, them raggedy motherfuckers would be like, no, it's Cimarron. How the fuck is it Cimarron? And then one of these same raggedy motherfuckers that told me it's Cimarron was like, it's because it connects Seminole and Orange County. So but then I'm like, Orange goes orange, so just go Cimarron. Why Cimarron? It's Cimarron. For 12 years, I had to hear that shit, Cimarron.
Well, this is, just so you know, this is now what's going down on Cimarron. Someone is going through the fucking McDonald's drive-thru exposing himself.
And Mohana the dancer said he's an old school flasher, taking it back to the OG. And I like the insertion of OG. So it's like, is this a flasher who was like, gets erect and then puts a bandana on it, got to represent the set? Like, yo, we flashing for the block, cuz.
No, it just wraps a condom around it.
Wraps a blue condom.
A blue condom.
Does he iron out his condom?
He does probably have a crease in it.
He does. This is terrible, but there's a hip hop head somewhere that found their favorite podcast. You're welcome, little buddy.
All right, so this is what's going down on Cimarron. Bitch, it's Samorin. Shut up. I'm looking at it. It is, and as you were explaining it, I'm like, yes, some orange. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
it's Samorin.
Cimarron.
So he exposed himself to someone in the drive-thru. According to the news release, detectives were able to determine that the 24-year-old, that is a very young OG at 24.
Damn. But we've probably been flashing since the high school days. Jesus Christ, if they've had internet for that much of their life, you got to tell these young niggas, like, you are making child porn of yourself when you do that. You will go to prison for yourself and you will be a sex offender forever, and you have to tell your neighbors when you move somewhere. I think that's the approach.
I don't think you have to tell your neighbors. You just have to inform local law enforcement.
Okay, so that was just an episode of Orange is the New Black.
I mean, maybe it's different in different states.
Oh.
But yeah, here you just have to that's why they were sending out those lists that I used to get.
Oh, yeah.
We had a school at the church.
Fuck, how can we still access those?
You can get them online.
Okay, let's do that. Shit, I don't think we've done that since we lived here.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, when I worked at the church, which longtime listeners know, yeah, whatever. We also had a school that the church had, so we would get like the automatic listing of every whatever, like 3 months or something. Like, here's all the sex offenders.
And it was our fucking upstairs neighbor.
Yes.
Fucking meth head. And his name was Billy something.
Yeah.
I was like, why does nigga gotta have my fucking name?
Fucking rapist too.
This fucking guy.
And one of those like, there's no possible fucking. Like, you know, because sometimes like someone will get like the statutory where like the the girlfriend's parents don't like him and like the day after he turns 18 type shit. But no. It was someone under the age of 14 and he was like 32.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, you fucking
animal. Kill him. Oh shit. And that this YouTube might not they might take this. And who the fuck is watching the videos this long through that's waiting for that moment? Fuck you. Fucking, you editing fuck.
Green Beasley.
Or Green Beasley's gonna complain about real nice Green Beasley.
All right. So, anyways, back to what's going on Cimarron.
Yeah.
Detectives were able to determine 24-year-old Luis Martinez not only committed the offense in April, but committed the offense at the same McDonald's a month prior. So this is just what he does.
Mohana the dancer has more here. Said, do have to tell the neighbors, maybe state by state. I moved here and the guy that was next door came over with a flyer.
Nice.
Damn, you got to so you got to promote your shit. You know what? Good. Make them promote. Right after I just said, I don't like your justice system. I still don't like your justice system.
Yeah, well,
I have a way better idea of what to do with these blokes.
Well, we also had another neighbor who was on the sex offenders list because he was homeless and urinating in public. So, I mean,
yeah,
you know,
yeah, we seen them young brothers on like the bike trail and shit, and it's like, hey, man,
yeah,
you're gonna be locked down to it for life.
Yes. Lewis was arrested Wednesday on a warrant for 2 counts of exposure of sexual organs and was transported to Orange County Jail. According to the investigators, Martinez has now been linked to at least 3 separate incidences of indecent exposure since June of 2019.
For some reason, I keep thinking, damn, 2020 has been so fucking rowdy. You said 2019. That sounded like 5 years ago to my head.
It feels like 5 years ago.
Yeah, 2020 is fucking ridiculous. Yeah, I can't even, like, what is it? April, May?
It's May.
May? Damn, so come June, that's 6 months in.
Today's Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, well, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody from that nation gave me a little sombrero, like a toy-sized sombrero.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
You had it on during a podcast once.
It's super tiny.
Yeah.
But you put on your thumb. Yeah, cultural sharing, not cultural appropriation. Right? Like, it's not like I'm going to put that thing on and grab a Corona and be like, look at me, I'm going to do the fucking thing. No, nigga.
An argumentative Florida man has been arrested. I haven't read this one yet, but just because argumentative is in the headline, I would like to know more.
He was a man, right?
He was a man.
So he was just making sense, that's all.
Was arrested for refusing to close a non-essential business, according to deputies. He looks like a very white man.
I bet the business was essential.
His name is Galen Trent Wood.
It's a lot of name.
It is. He's 36, and he owns Kitchen Table Games in Pinellas Park.
That's what part of Florida is this in? That sounds familiar.
Pinellas Park. I don't know where the fuck Pinellas Park is.
I think I've definitely seen it on a map or a storm tracker or something. I know I've seen that.
I know we've covered white-on-white crime stories from there. A Florida man who refused to shut down a non-essential business despite several warnings and was argumentative with deputies was arrested and taken to jail, according to the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office. Galen Trent Wood, who owns Kitchen Table Games in Pinellas Park, violated the state's, quote, safer at home order. The department said after investigating several tips. Oh, so people don't like this guy. They were reporting him.
Huh.
Oh, God, here we go. The game store, which hosts games such as Dungeons and Dragons and Yu-Gi-Oh! In a strip mall.
Oh, fucking. Okay. He's some sort of fucking incel coordinator. I know what his deal is. This fucking guy.
So the store is in a strip mall, which opened in 2014, according to its website. Wood continued to keep the store open after Governor Ron DeSantis ordered non-essential businesses to shut down, according to several complaints. Despite issues, that's not the word despite, that's the word deputies. Check me out.
Woo!
Deputies issued him warnings 5 times over a period of 2 weeks, but he would, quote, become argumentative with deputies and refuse to close in a statement from the department. Okay. Wood was arrested Thursday evening and charged with operating a non-essential business and traveling to operate a non-essential business. He was released on cash bond, and his bond has been set at $250 for each of the charges. That was not nearly as fun as I thought that one was going to be.
Nah, yeah, they should have gave us more details about it. We should have got more quotes. We needed quotes.
Oh.
Like, maybe we can they have his name there?
Yes.
Maybe we could find that nigga on Facebook and interview him for the podcast. But you got to keep a straight face, no laughing.
I can't do that.
You can't laugh at incel coordinators.
I can't do it.
There's nothing funny about it. There never has been.
I can't do it.
Okay.
Oh shit. All right. Update. Charges have been dropped. Must be nice to be white.
He has been freedomed. What's that? He got the old DeSantis treatment there.
Yes. However, Galen has released his own statement saying that his arrest was a show of hubris by Pinellas police.
Oh, this one of those guys. As a libertarian, he hates the police because it's a drain on taxes, man. I shouldn't have to be taxed for it, man. Like, and then that's how the government sends armed men to come put you in prison in the gulags, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I think we've had about enough of your shenanigans.
My shenanigans?
Yes, ma'am.
What?
All right. So I interact with a nice young person on the Facebooks, Brit Loco. And Brit Loco is out there where they may be voting for this type of person. Mm-hmm. So HR 6420, the All Dependent Children Count Act. All right. And it's to allow 2020 recovery rebates with respect to qualifying children over the age of 16. Angie Gregg is the sponsor and representative for Minnesota's 2nd Congressional District, and she is a democratizer of sorts. Now, it was introduced on March 31st. The status of the bill is simply that it has been introduced, and that is the first stage of the legislative process. It's going to be considered by a committee next before it's possibly sent on to the House or the Senate as a whole. A prognosis on it right now is that it has a 1% chance of being enacted, according to Scopus Labs, who Phoenix Calida puts a lot of faith in.
Yeah.
Scopus Labs.
I found his Facebook page.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
He's got some neat stuff on there. He's cool.
He definitely seems to be libertarian leaning. He once studied economics at a university.
What? How did you realize everything I said about him was without reading any of that shit?
Yes.
Like, after a while, it's like, I think I was talking to Pamela Loco this morning. She was in the chat space while broadcasting. And it's like, Pamela Loco's 47.
Yeah.
That's only 10 years older than me.
Yes.
Right? That's 9 years older than you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we've been around. We've seen this shit before.
Yes.
You give us a little bit, we'll tell you about the whole motherfucker. Yes, we know about when he broke the skateboard over the security guard's head. We know.
It says he was a former missionary a former Senate intern, a former research assistant, and studied planning for developing areas, master of public administration, and minor in economics, Asian studies.
Asian studies.
Asian studies.
Something creepy about that one.
Yeah, a little fetishistic.
Like, why is that just a studies?
And then he has a meme of a conspiracy COVID meme. Right? So it's like doctors pushing a hospital bed with someone in it, and one of them is saying he went through his windscreen, got trampled by a herd of cows, and then was run over by a tractor. And the other doctor saying, so another case of COVID-19 then?
Huh.
Yeah. And he said, I know nothing about QAnon, but people keep telling me excitedly that I got Q'd, so I guess I'll share it, LOL. And they posted his shit on the QAnon Facebook page. Oh, God.
And now on this this legislation for children over the age of 16, what it looks like when you look more into it is it's trying to write a poison pill that was put in to deny them in the first place of some shit that was really set in place over a decade ago for situations like this.
Of course.
And the Republicans tried to just snag that away. So in that regard, if there is a global pandemic, and how many people dead have you seen? Latest update I saw was 83,000, and that was like over 24 hours ago.
Wait, 83,000 in America?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, so, I mean, after all that happens, the Democrats will get a little populist on you. You know? All right, so well, yeah, I mean, once you have Nazis hitting people with cars at protest, and yeah, you have a global pandemic, stock markets and whatnot, then hey, let's give a check to a 16-year-old. You know, give him a fair shake. There's a lot of 16-year-olds out there that could use a check.
There are. I'm seeing 72,000 deaths.
Oh, 70. Why did I think? Where did I get 83 from? Okay, and then taking a look. Okay, nothing fresh in the chat space. Broken Carpenter left a comment on the YouTube saying, glad to have caught you before I gotta get naked and take my shift shadow lurking. Gotta go clock in and move through the shade.
Yeah, glad to see that he's feeling better, by the way. Had some serious surgery a while ago, so.
Shit. A couple weeks or so?
Maybe a couple months ago.
Yeah. Damn.
So.
You be on it.
Yeah.
I'm off work for a couple of days. I just got on these chores.
Yes, you did.
That's all I did. Yeah, I've actually been slacking on the World Wide Weber nets, but I was mostly trying to get the podcast back together.
Yes.
And let's take it back on over to winecellarmedia.com. And folks, trigger warning.
Yes.
Individual on the Twitter, Sandy Nauer. You may have heard of her. You might be a fan. What it looks like is the Dems, they're pulling a triple-double on partisan loyalty.
Yeah.
And this is a hyper disgusting example. We had the wine cellar respond to it in a tweet, which was basically me. I'm the wine cellar responding in a tweet. And Sandy Nauer, this is the tweet she put out. And, you know, I mean, I think I made this a link. See if it's still up. In this moment that we're broadcasting at 8:18 p.m. on, May 5th, the tweet is still the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, quote, Joe Biden could rape me, in all caps, in the middle of Fifth Avenue, and I would still vote for him before I would vote for Trump or Sanders. Hashtag for real. Hashtag stop the stupid. End quote. And just now in this moment, I'm noticing the hashtag for real standing out to me, because there is a point in the thread, but the thread is long as shit because that's how ratios work, to my understanding.
Yes.
The thread is long as shit, but when the thread only had when I first saw it, the thread had less than 100 comments. And one of her comments was, no one gets like exaggeration or something, but it's like, but you put for real.
Yeah.
You were so for real about the for real, you made it a hashtag so it would show up blue and hyperlinky.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's a bug out, yo. And the wine seller responded, oopsie days, saying the party that claims to empower marginalized folks seeks to, checks notes, move the Overton window on rape culture.
Yeah. Which, and actually, this is a thing now. I'm seeing a bunch of tweets like this of people saying, like, even if Joe Biden raped my kids, I would still vote for him. This one, I had to find it. I know Tara Reid is lying because Joe Biden is a Jesuit Catholic like me and Pope Francis and John Boehner. We might not like it, but it is really strict and we follow the rules. We learn it when we're 3 years old. It's wild.
Well, why didn't that person who said that, they could have said that during the Obama times.
Said what?
That Joe Biden comes from the grab him by the pussy faith. That Joe Biden is literally the grab him by the pussy candidate.
He is, but
Trump already was. He had his. Now it's Joe Biden's turn.
Yes.
But then this is the cold game. Unlike the Democrats, as far as the Overton window of rape culture is, the Democrats just don't publicly brag about it yet.
That's what it is.
Oh, fuck. Do you have an example of a Democrat man bragging about it?
Oh, no, not yet. I'm just...
I was like, oh, fuck. But then when you consider all the conservative black men that are only voting Democrat because Republicans are running the, Southern strategy, really... Actually, you know what? It's really just the politicians who aren't doing it openly. You find men all across the board talking about rape culture openly, just fine, practicing. Yeah. What do you see?
I'm just scrolling. I actually just went to Twitter to look for Biden can rape me just to see what's showing up.
Oh, more examples?
Yep.
Anything?
There's a few. Hang on one second.
Yes.
Yes. Go ahead.
And so the screenshot, it popped up in one of the little lefty echo chambers that I run in on the Facebook, and I go to look at the original tweet to verify like a proper Bernie bro.
Yes.
And yeah, it's fucking complete. It's real. And I gotta wonder, like, because like you see the way she just says that. Yeah. But then also, yeah, there probably is some little shitty jokeness to it because, hey, rape jokes are suddenly funny.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, you look, they always tell us you got a purity test. You got a damn purity test.
Yeah.
But they have a purity test, and we've said that before. Their purity test is just easier to pass.
Mm-hmm.
But also, they've had their purity test for a long time.
Yeah.
And they're done. Like, for as far as they go, they see it, they're finished.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also like they probably see themselves as finished with a lot of things, right? They finished their education. They finished establishing themselves in their careers. They finished paying off their mortgage.
Right.
Like everything is done to them. So when you show up saying, I'm not even going to be able to establish a mortgage, it doesn't make sense for me to try. I can't even get a brand new car. I have to get a used car and replace it every single half decade, if not sooner. I can't get a bigger raise than this because there's only 5 positions to get promoted to, and 3 of them are already filled by nepotism.
Right.
And so we're coming along saying shit ain't good enough, and they're like, fuck that.
Mm-hmm.
It's done.
Right.
It is pure enough for me.
Act like a progressive and stop falling for right-wing smear campaigns. I am a progressive. I will crawl over broken glass to vote for Biden. I understand what is at stake and people are counting on me. You're doing Trump's work for him. I will crawl over broken glass to vote for Biden. All right. And then
it's just like, and all the pimps rejoiced. Like, Jesus Christ. And this is a assumed cis woman that typed this.
Yep. Another one. We all deserve better than Donald Trump. Let's gather our troops and make sure Joe Biden is elected as our next president. I will fight tooth and nail and crawl through broken glass to cast my vote for Joe Biden. # we know Joe.
Jesus Christ.
And this one is actually verified Amy Siskind. Verified account. Large
Okay.
numbers.
Blue checkers.
Blue checkers. Biden wasn't my first choice. Out of the top 20, Amy was my top. Then
How did I wish I would have said it before you said, like, just the
Klobuchar.
the clomentum. God, stop trying to make char happen. It's never gonna happen, Gretchen.
Well, she's leading the VP picks, so.
They'd be better off with fucking Carly Fiorina.
But so yeah, of the 20 plus, Amy was my top, then Liz, Kamala, and Kirsten. Who's Kirsten?
They probably mean Kirsten Gillibrand. Kirsten Gillibrand, who fucking came out for Biden. You saw that shit?
Oh yeah.
Get the fuck. And I'm telling you, yo, old school wine cellar shit. There's nothing new to us. We did not get supported up to these 1,000 episodes because we're full of shit. Run it back. And I actually cannot remember if I did this with you or before you, where I kind of literally made like a whole damn near like 20-minute segment out of the fact that Kirsten Gillibrand used that military shit to get reelected, establish her name, and never fucking talked about it again.
Yep.
And like, because I remember thinking like, oh, she's going to be the one for this. Like, I wanted her to run for president. And like, I was like, I'm all bored. But then I was like, damn, she's not bringing it back. Oh, Kirsten Gillibrand's name in the news. But she's not. She just took a picture of a little Negro baby. But what happened to the military rape thing? And she just dropped it.
But then also, wasn't she one of the people instrumental in getting what's his face?
Al Franken.
Yes.
Didn't she got flexy, right? She was like, yo, nigga, I'm the military rape lady. Yeah, she was bad. She had the energy again.
And then but then what kills me is when she endorsed Biden, she said something like he has a strong track record of fighting for women. So like, I was like, all right. Anyways, so back to this tweet. Biden was my first choice. Amy, Liz, Kamala, Kirsten, my senator, in no particular order. But our party chose Biden. I would walk 100 miles with stones being thrown at me to vote on November 3rd and end the terror of Trump.
Is Kirsten Gillibrand Senate or Congress?
I thought she was a senator.
Uh-huh. Okay, 2018 was not a re-election year for them, right? Okay, so if that was not a re-election year for them, that she wasn't getting flexy for that. So yeah, why was she flexing Franklin? Maybe that was an easy sacrifice. Was he easily going to be replaced by another Democrat?
I think that, I don't know what that was. Let me see. A disco socialist on Twitter, who I follow, has been like kind of keeping track of some of these tweets.
Yeah.
Let me see if I go to the media.
Yeah, so Senate re-election year is this year, and so the last one was 2014. And remember 2014, that was when the Democrats lost the Senate, and 2010 was when the Democrats lost Congress again. But remember that the Bernie bro myth wasn't invented until 2015, so they could preemptively blame you for when they were just gonna lose in 2016.
Yes.
It's like, y'all niggas already don't come out in fucking midterm elections. You Democrats are garbage.
Yep. If you believe Tara Reid, then you believe Barack Obama covered it up. Which one of those do you want to be?
Wait, isn't that the same? Wait, what?
If you believe Tara Reid, then you believe Barack Obama covered it up.
So that's one thing that you can be.
Well,
because if you believe one, then you are inherently the other one.
Yes.
So that if you're one, then you are. So that's just one thing you can be. So they literally created a scenario where you're one thing, but then said, but they're two different things. Their question's stupid.
That was Sally Albright, by the way.
That's how you make the big bucks.
Yep.
This is why this is our office. And why I can't even wave my arm that widely, because I knocked some shit over. And that's why Albright has the big office.
Yep.
But I get the bullshit they're weaving, right?
Oh yeah, so like you're disloyal to Obama if you support Tara Reid.
Disloyal? Obama ain't no crip. I don't know that nigga. Obama's from Hawaii. I don't know nothing about Obama is the son of a white woman from Missouri and was raised in Hawaii and then went off to Columbia and then Harvard. And the only reason he has a little bit of melanin is from a nigga's bloodline that never left the continent.
Yeah.
I have nothing in common with Barry.
I'll go on record here. I believe Tara Reid is a victim, but I do not believe that Joe Biden ever victimized her. Like, that's another conspiracy theory, is that she did get raped by somebody, but it just wasn't Biden. And she's just like blaming it on Biden because why the fuck wouldn't?
Well, what was the fuck? Was Orrin Hatch lurking? What the fuck are they talking about? Who the this is real shit that adults are saying to other adults on purpose.
Yes. Yeah, this is what's happening on Twitter.
This is what happens when you think millennials are all 4 years old. What the fuck? You're talking to grown-ass people in their 30s. I just had a heating pad on my back because it hurt.
Yep.
Like, but you're going to say that bullshit to me.
Yep.
So you're going to tell me Michael Jackson was actually an elf.
He was an elf. That's why he was magical.
Bleeding. Bleeding. Let me go over, take a look at the archive chat space. I just see Mohana the dancer saying, ew. Oh, wait, what's that say? Wait, they compared Biden to the Pope and Boehner?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and there's Faye. Faye said, you have your press pass?
Yes. Shoot.
Didn't InfoWars get a press pass?
Yes.
That is something. They never really used. I thought some great comedy was going to come out of that. Like, I really thought that shit was going to blow up the spot, and it just never came to fruition. Not the way I had faith in it doing so. And so far, it looks like all the streaming platforms did run fairly well.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, you're looking for something.
Oh, yeah, I was trying to, somebody put it in one of my threads, and now I can't find it, but it was a screenshot about the one of someone saying, like, even if Biden raped my kids, I would still vote for him. And it's like, what the fuck is wrong with
kids?
Yes. And I really wish I could find it, because, like, it's, like, I know how outrageous that sounds.
Oh, wait, just ask the lefties for the screenshots.
I was trying to find the person who,
the original post? No,
the person who put it in there, but I can't.
I
can't find it.
All right. Well, you like NASCAR?
No.
We'll bring it to an end with this one here because I need to grease your scalp.
Yes.
Well, I like NASCAR, and I'm a big fan of Kyle Larson.
No,
all
you're
right.
not.
You think I'm not a big fan of Kyle Larson?
You're not. You don't even know who that is. You only know who it is because of what he did, not because you watch fucking NASCAR.
Off top, I can tell you he is a white man.
Uh-huh.
See, so I know a lot of things about Kyle Larson. Okay. Now, and also Kyle Larson is a NASCAR driver. See, so I kind of have a lot of knowledge, as it tends to go with men.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Larson done been suspended because they had a little incident on an iRacing event. Larson was being recorded during that iRacing event on a gaming platform that they call Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
During which, in the virtual race, he seemed to have lost communication and said, I can't see it. You can't hear me. Hey, nigger. Another individual involved in the race said to him, Kyle, you're talking to everyone, bud.
Wait, is that literally his verbatim quote?
Yep.
He said, you can't hear me, hey, nigger?
Hey, nigger.
What the fuck?
Hey, nigger. I know, like, I want to hear audio recording. Like, I want to know, like, how does he do his hey, nigger? Is it, hey, nigger? Hey, nigger. Hi, nigger. Like, how does he do it? Or is he one of the ones, like, he listens to a lot of rap music and he was like, hey, nigga? Like, was he?
I'm quite certain that this person does not listen to rap music.
He did one of those. Yeah, he does. Yes, he does. Nothing but Spice One cassette tapes. That's all you
No.
listen to. Yes.
No.
Cassette tapes in a karaoke machine. Yes.
No.
Yes. He be in the bathroom mirror. Here comes the yacht stepper. That's what he does.
No, he doesn't.
Now, so he got recorded saying, "You can't hear me? Hey, nigger." And winecellarmedia.com says your stats are booming. Well, outstanding. Thank you. That means like 50 people clicked something. Um, so another individual involved said, "Kyle, you're talking to everyone, bud." His racing team, Chip Ganassi Racing, they announced it would suspend him without pay. So these niggas is getting paid to play virtual racing.
Mm-hmm.
This is definitely a how the fuck you get fired on your day off moment. The fuck you stealing boxes for? Trying to build a clubhouse? What is this? Kyle, you suck.
It's like Gilbert Gottfried.
Gilbert, oh, with the Aflac.
Yes.
Because he made, what was his joke about?
So like there was like a natural disaster, like something bad happened in China and a bunch of people died, and he was like, "Well, there's like a billion more. It's okay."
Oh,
Like,
that's
something
not
like
cute.
it was like something like that. Like, you know, it doesn't matter if a handful of them die because there's just so many of them over there.
I better not see him wearing a mask. I don't want to see no masked Godfrey pictures, motherfucker. He says, "We're extremely disappointed by what Kyle said last night during the iRacing event. The words that he chose to use are offensive and unacceptable. NASCAR has made diversity and inclusion a priority and will not tolerate the type of language used by Kyle Larson during Saturday's iRacing event. Our member conduct guidelines are clear in this regard, and we will enforce these guidelines to maintain an inclusive environment for our entire industry and fan base." And then Kyle Larson made a video, and we could hear some audio from that, and it's very sincere and heartfelt.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah, I just want to say I'm sorry. Last night I made a mistake and said the word that should never, ever be said. And
all right, somehow he just says words that should never, ever be said.
It's also like, but you said it very casually.
Hey, nigger. Hey, nigger. Where are you down there?
See, this is how that nigger Navy shit happened.
And it's like, I say a lot of words. That's how the podcast happens.
Yes.
And I don't ever just say like a slur for trans women.
Right.
Because I actually just don't say that. These people always with this fucking, like, whenever you see these news clips of these on Martin Luther King Day, and the news feel like Martin Luther Coon, and it's like, well, goddamn, how often are you making this joke?
Told you that's how nigger Navy happened.
I forgot that story.
That was on Twitter. Nigger Navy was trending because some fucking intern at Yahoo News said something like Trump wants a bigger Navy, but it like they autocorrect hit, I guess, nigger instead of bigger. But I'm like, if that was your autocorrect, how many fucking times do you type the word nigger? Like,
see? Yeah, that's like with mine. Like, I'm not ashamed of mine. I type in the letter B and it says oot liquor. And I'm like, yeah. I may have been about, you know what? Let's just throw that in there anyway. I wasn't talking about that, but, show them what time it is.
Yes.
Because that's what I type all the time. But yeah, apparently they're talking about Navy niggers, nigger navies, and niggers with gravy.
Black Twitter had fun with it, so it was wholesome.
Let's see. It's a word that, and this is uploaded to winecellarmedia.com. It's a website paid for by the people.
Mistake and said the word that should never, ever be said. And there's no excuse for that. I wasn't raised that way. It's just an awful thing to say. And
he wasn't raised that way.
So where did he learn it? Now I have questions.
I also say words I wasn't raised to say.
Like, did you do a stint in the KKK? Like, where'd you hear it, my guy?
It's just for research to find out what NASCAR fans like.
I feel very sorry for my family, my friends, my partners, the NASCAR community, and especially the African American community. I understand the damage is probably unrepairable, and I own up to that.
Oh yeah, all those black NASCAR fans you're gonna lose money from.
Right.
Oh shit, it's almost like you're only gonna get a black fan base back if you go to hockey, my man. Or beer pong.
Beer pong.
There's probably some bootlicking ass niggas that love some fucking beer pong.
Yeah. There's probably some HBCU niggas who love beer pong.
Nigga, fuck the Q dogs, nigga. If you're a Q dog, nigga, you're a mark ass nigga. Fuck you, punk.
But I just want to let you all know how sorry I am.
I'm not gonna unsay it.
I know you're not gonna unsay it. It's just that we have the weirdest fucking tangents. And like they only make sense to people who've been listening for a long time if they remember the stories.
Oh yeah, the Q dogs are rapists for those that may have missed that episode somewhere in the fucking sea of thousand. Yeah, the Q dogs are rapists, and we used our platform to boost it, put on social dissonance, posted a couple times, winecellarmedia.com. We put it where we had the biggest followings, and people don't care about rape victims.
Look at Tara Reid.
Right, and they'll be the shit. They'll get a whole bunch of clicks, but no one like follows up and when we post it again, the clicks completely drop. Unlike if like I post like that picture of a Chihuahua shitting on a Confederate flag, if I post that again, it's gonna do the same kind of numbers. But people don't care. You just said look at Tara Reader, where we had Amy Brown Cruz, rape victim of a rapist cop. Whole bunch of clicks on the episode initially, and a couple shares on post about it, and we kept trying, and niggas stopped. It's like, come on, yo.
Yep.
And that's not to diss our own audience, but like, because when it dwindles down to like it's only 100 shares every time,
right?
Those are the people that are there.
Yep. That's
the core audience. They're like, yep, that again. That's what we do. But the folks that came along because it was the hot click, they're gone. All right, this guy's a very good guy. I really don't know where the fuck all that came from. Kyle Larson, making sense.
Unrepairable, and I own up to that. But I just want to let you all know how sorry I am, and I hope everybody is staying safe during these crazy times. Thank you.
All I have in my head is Fairuza Balk in The Craft. And then when she's like, oh, he's sorry.
Oh.
Just look out a window. Oh, yeah.
Or how shitty it's got to be to have. I bet anyone who was a black person that dated him or had sex with him messaged him immediately and said, do not say my name.
Oh, yeah.
Because I remember actually, it's not like I remember a specific incident. That's just something white people use a lot.
Yep.
Is sexual contact as proof of not racist.
Yes, proximity to black genitals.
Like I think right around the time you were coming to the program as just a regular call-in guest, that was that one about like literally a racist clown. And then he posted pictures of two black chicks I fucked this year, so I'm not racist.
I remember that.
An actual clown. And it's just like, what are you doing to them?
They don't care.
Or they do care, and he likes the damage he does.
Also a possibility.
Okay. I think that's all the funk I had.
Oh, yeah, I was just gonna read this last then the person I was telling you about where they were like, Biden can rape my kids.
Oh, you found it.
I found it. Their at, if you would like to tell them how you feel on Twitter, is ATRYTON, followed by the number 4. And their bio is interesting. They have almost 3,000 followers. So most likely not, just like a bot or a troll, like an actual person.
Yeah.
The bio says, life, let's make it better. And let's definitely avert a dystopian, misogynistic nightmare under Trump, Pence, Mercer, DeVos, Koch.
They just named a whole bunch of Democrat boogeymen. Koch?
Koch.
You real? Okay, I know. I'm not saying my lefties don't know, but a lot of this shit comes and goes real quick. Remember, folks, the Kochs preferred Hillary in the general.
That's true.
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so much shit goes on. But yes, the Kochs preferred Hillary. So, again, liberals that don't have their fucking facts straight.
So, that's their bio. I screenshotted the tweet. And it says, if Biden had raped my child, yes, I'd still prefer him over Trump as POTUS. Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking people. And taking a look back at Mohana the dancer, left a recent comment saying, remember when Santorum, that's Rick Santorum, folks, sweater vest himself, remember when Santorum killed his career by calling the Obama government government man? Wait, what? That sounds familiar. What the?
Wait, called who? Obama? Was that when he was running? Because I feel like that was during an election and it was in a grocery store.
God, he said something. Yeah, because it was, I think it was like about welfare or.
Yeah, I seem to remember that being in a fucking like grocery store and during an election.
Yeah, that shit sounds very familiar. I can't remember the exact quote. Rick Santorum, racist half word. Rick Santorum, another slip of the tongue. But this is it is 2012. That's election year. The Guardian. All right, the Guardians. I think that's like CNN for Britain. Here it is.
We know the candidate Barack Obama, what he was like. The anti-war government, the America was
the anti-war government nigger.
America was a source for the government
That's fucking awesome. Oh man.
God.
Oh man, back when politics were simpler. It's just you pick out a Republican and you laugh at them.
Oh man.
and that was politics. Now it's just pick out a Democrat and find the rape victim. Jesus Christ. It was a simpler time.
It was a simpler time.
All right. Oh,
did you
man.
cover the Biden surrogate who got fired?
Oh, no. I just laughed myself into chest pains. What happened?
Did you cover the Biden surrogate who got fired?
No. And looks like Lisa Loco sent... What the fuck?
What?
What the... Lisa Loco sent something where somebody... It looks like they attached a weapon of sorts to a Roomba, which is like a vacuum cleaner that's like electronified or something, and it gets to moving about.
Yeah, it moves on its own. You don't have to.
That's they're doing their thing, but it's one of those. Yeah, it moves. Yeah, it's like a drone clean vacuum.
Drone clean
I don't
vacuum.
know how the fuck to describe it. I don't know. It's an autopilot. I don't know. It's just a vacuum cleaner that just doesn't give a fuck. And and someone put a gun on it.
Oh.
And put I made a Roomba that shoots anything it bumps into. And someone left a comment that said, so pretty much you just made a cop. And Lisa Loco just sent that.
That is quality.
And Tammy Loco just sent me a GIF image. One of the Tammy Locos. That's the thing that's how I know like this podcast somehow managed to mostly appeal to white women. When after I'm just like Jennifer Loco, Tammy, like holy shit. I do not know.
I don't know what happened.
Where this hip hop comedy podcast, how it got there.
I don't know.
Groups, Facebook groups. All right, so activism. anything fresh in sex workers' rights world? Like what is coming up on the next Swapcast?
Hang on, I'm going to read this first.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Richard N. Comey, January 25th of this year, said, I got elected today as a delegate to the Democratic National Convention for Joe Biden. And then May 1st, put out this tweet. Judging by the position of the female vagina, it will not be easy one for anyone to just put their finger in the vagina unless there is some cooperation from the female herself. That is why I believe Tara Reid's allegations are false. She is looking for attention.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Is this man familiar with vaginal mucus?
I doubt it.
Lubrication?
Doubt it.
Is he familiar with consent?
Highly doubt it.
Like, I bet this nigga doesn't know consent to the point of, like, if you got pulled over and a cop asked him if he wants to search, he'd be like, I mean, I'd love to be a contestant. Like, they don't even know the damn word.
Yeah. So, anyways. So that, and yeah, official Biden surrogate is tweeting that. I think now he got fired, so. But that tweet's still out there. And the internet is forever.
Has Zerlina Maxwell been popping off on the on this?
Not so much.
She's calculated. Zerlina Maxwell is not an unsmart person. She's just a sadist and a sociopath.
Yeah, a lot of like big name. I peep how they did it. A lot of the big name pundits haven't said very much. They've kept their comments just like, this is like really unfortunate, and he's always worked for women's rights, so I don't know. But then like they're letting their followers and who listen to them be the ones to lead the social media aspect. So yeah.
That's good. It's like not even leading from behind, nigga. It's leading from the sidelines. Like, there you go, lemmings. Hey, we all win if I don't die.
Basically, that's what it is. That's what it is.
Whew,
yeah, so I'm seeing like a lot of that. A lot of like, I haven't seen a lot of big name pundits straight up call her a liar, but you can tell that they're on Biden's side. But yeah, they're letting their fan bases do the work.
Yeah, and I think I have your decibels in a pretty good spot. I got some tightening to do, but it looks good.
Okay.
And I know, and my bad to podcast listeners, right? Because I'm so used to doing video. I'm doing big gesticulations. I'm making large arm movements and whatnot, and shit that is not gonna communicate in audio at fucking all. So you're probably just like, well, there's that part where he yelled in a certain way. Maybe he did something, and that's why Phoenix laughed. I don't know.
Probably.
All right. Sex workers' rights news.
Sex workers' rights news.
What is coming up?
On Swapcast, we are mostly going to be covering how COVID is affecting sex workers. There's still a lot of questions about what types of aid and relief sex workers can apply for. The answer is you really can't apply for most things because the government sucks. And police are still doing stings. There's a couple stings to cover. Of course, they're human trafficking stings, and no victims of trafficking are found again. As always. Yeah.
Shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's going up on Swapcast. Yes.
And then, if I can find the article, because I've heard people talking about it, I haven't seen so much news media cover it, which is always how it fucking goes. There's been an issue with trans women getting locked up, particularly on the East Coast, especially in New York City, for prostitution charges. Black trans women, of course, because why wouldn't you? And they're getting out. Like there's bail funds going to get them out, but then police are there like as soon as they step out to rearrest them for something else to put them back in. So, yeah. So that's happening as well because police are great.
Right, and that's sex workers' rights activism going on.
Yes.
Folks, Wine Cellar Podcast, Wine Cellar Pod Mask. All right, if we were to turn this camera around a bit more, but it doesn't really matter, you know it's there. There's a sewing machine in that corner of the little office room, and some fabrics that folks have sent, fabrics that Phoenix Cleater got herself. And we're still doing Wine Cellar Pod masks. Not a lot of folks are requesting masks. It's kind of open. I mean, if you know someone unfortunate doesn't have needs, maybe they need 2 or 3, we'll send the motherfuckers through. Mostly reusable masks. I want to I don't want to send out the disposable masks to individuals anymore because when I get my hands on disposable masks, I want to get them out to Fury out there in Chicago or out to Parker Hampton and them niggas up in Seattle because they're getting those out to houseless folks.
And we are sending them to Swap too.
And Swap. Shit.
Yeah.
And we did send to Swap, right? Those are shipped.
We sent to Swap Baltimore.
Did they receive?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they received, I think, Chelsea Springler, which her name is going to haunt me. But Chelsea Springler, we sent to those folks with Fury. They're getting them out to houseless folks in Parker Hampton. Yeah, that because the thing is, like, Chelsea's dope, a dope communicator like you, you know, and a hardcore lefty like you, and an activist, an Occupy protester, like out there on the block.
Love it.
So, like, if I am gonna continue being honest and realistic, then I have to open up my face and say Chelsea's a real one. And it's because, you know, that's one of them names, man. That's real white.
You just don't like it because one of the Clintons has it.
Oh, I forgot about that. Damn, it's that white? That it's a Clinton name?
Yeah.
Shit. Why can't her name be LaCoya or something? Or, you know.
Lanaya.
Yeah. But I gotta go to the homies. I gotta go to the block. And be like, yo, I'm holding it down. I got this new crew over here doing a lot of good stuff. Chelsea and Parker. I got Chelsea and Park. I got too many white leftist friends, yo. I've got Mo.
Yes.
Got Mo and Laura. Chelsea and Parker. We've got several Jennifers. All right, can you all kind of line up shortest to tallest? All the Tammy. Oh, you do the same thing, but kind of in an opposite way of the shortest to tallest with the Jennifers.
Yes.
And this is how we keep the Black podcast up and running. This is where the Dashiki Fund comes from.
Yes. Not everybody can be named McCoya.
Yeah, but class praxis matters.
It does.
Bigly. All right, and I guess that's the activism that matters. Sex workers' rights, wine cellar pod mask. Replace the laptop.
Yes.
Getting that going. Doesn't have all the bells and whistles, right? I know folks know you don't hear any instrumental music under anything. Not a soundboard was touched. This laptop is literally straight up in raw form. Like, the only things that have been added to it were the Audacity program. I tried to add OBS Studio, but we just went straight live to YouTube, so I don't need this OBS thing.
Okay.
VLC Media Player and, like, Google Chrome. And other than that, like, the only files on this thing are the memes that I downloaded to upload and the videos and audio that we just made today. And so plan on having this rocking out with this one for a while. This 2013, we got this in 2015, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, because in 2014, we were working off the Dell Inspiron and you were calling in. And then we started using the laptop. We were trying to figure out like Skype and clearer ways to record. But then I ended up moving up here anyway.
90 seconds.
Oh, fuck. Do we really use all the time? Okay. We're getting the fuck out of here because Blog Talk Radio said so. All right. WineCellarMedia.com, PayPal.me/Phoenix and William, Patreon.com/WineCellarMedia Fund. And don't forget, folks, we are still, we're kind of just not paying ourselves right now from the Wine Cellar Media Fund, where like typically it's like, that's part of the income. Let's go get some
60
groceries.
seconds.
You stop it, Blog Talk Radio. And you know, like go get some groceries or something. We even knock out the electric bill and stuff sometimes. This time I'm gonna pull all that stuff out of pocket from the factory job and from Phoenix Khaliders working with the swap organization. And shit that comes in for the wine cellar is just going to masking. And I don't know, should we just start doing pads and ponds?
Yeah, we can.
We might as well just let's just get shit in here and then just be like, hey, we have this thing. Do you want it?
Yeah, we could.
Yeah. So we're just going to get stuff. And Phoenix Caliter has a way better pulse on the street and what's going down. So that's the reality, right? Like you do. Via Twitter, you got a pulse on the street.
10 seconds.
10 seconds. Yes, nigga. Even the blog talk thing is not really blowing up the audio too tough.
All right.
Yes.
Bye, y'all.
All right. Yes, please be as safe as possible wherever you are. And I guess we have masks in inventory. Might as well we'll get pads and ponds. What else? Oh shit, we're going into the summer. What do folks need? Socks for homeless niggas?
Socks, condoms, what like individual disinfectant wipes. Hand sanitizer.
Let's gather. It's the 5th. Patreon came in a couple days ago. Let's gather.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to be working on that and updating and sharing it with you via social media and via Patreon. Patreon is basically like a blog. We can just post there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So we'll catch you around, fuckos. Let's keep hanging out. Let's keep doing the wine cellar. 2020 is still acceleration year. All right. Podcast audio's off. Now I have multiple things to stop. Let's go ahead and stop Blog Talk Radio. Right?
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
Uh-huh. And let's go stop Facebook. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
And YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
You got to go as well. And stream. And you know what that means?